You won't want to miss that. Don't go away. Sean Gallagher is coming up with all of your Raider sports info. Sports is next.
And we have a special guest in studio with 4 legs. Stay with us.
Back to SUTV News with us now, Sean Gallagher. Hey Sean.
Guys. Well, the fall season is going pretty good right now, in full swing.
I'm sure the Raider athletes are keeping busy.
All right, fill us in on what's going on, Sean.
Well, yes. Well, to start off, expectations were raised for the Red Raider football team as they were coming off an impressive upset win over the Kutztown Golden Bears. With the upset victory in the past, it seemed that Shippensburg would go 2-1 in the PSAC East with their matchup against the Westchester Golden Rams. But this week brought a different result for Shippensburg. Kristen Wright has the highlights from the game.
Corral looks to throw to his right side across the middle and passes to number 25, Tim Kaiser, in the end zone. Scores 13-3 Westchester. Corral throws the ball downfield to number 85, Eric Brumdage, who will take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Scores 20-3 Westchester. Corral fakes a handoff, looks to throw to his left side, but throws it across the middle towards the end zone for a complete pass to number 25, Tim Kaiser. Scores 27-3 Westchester. Ship quarterback Zach Zulli rows out to his right side and throws it to Brian Barley, who completes the pass for a touchdown. Scores 28-9 Westchester. Zulli hands it off to Mike Burnett, who fights his way past the Golden Rams defense for the touchdown. Score 28-16 Westchester. Corral hands the ball off to number 7, LaRon Lee, who fights a few tackles to take it into the end zone. Score 51-17 Westchester. For SUTV Sports, I'm Kristen Wright.
And with the loss, Shippensburg falls to 3-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. It doesn't get any easier as the Red Raiders are back on the field to take on the third-ranked Bloomsburg Huskies this Saturday at 1. It is the first of 3 straight road games for Shippensburg. They are 1-2 on the road this season. Listen to the game on WSYC 88.7 FM and online at WSYC.org. Bree White's performance throughout the season has resulted in recognition on what seems to be a weekly basis. White, the sophomore forward on the Red Raider field hockey team, once again was named the PSAC West Field Hockey Player of the Week. This is the 3rd time she has received recognition and also shared the honor back on September 6th. The field hockey team celebrated Senior Day this past Saturday with a 4-1 victory over Slippery Rock and shut out IUP 6-0 on Tuesday. The team is currently 13-2 overall and are undefeated in conference play with 3 games remaining in the season. Their final home game will be Wednesday, October 19th against Mercyhurst at 3 p.m. at David C. Field. In girls lacrosse news, Athletic Director Jeff Michaels introduced Ashley Mannion as the new head coach. Mannion has spent the last 4 seasons as the head coach at Frostburg State, a Division III school in Maryland, and won 28 games. In her final season at Frostburg State, she coached her team to the playoffs in the newly formed Capital Athletic Conference. The lacrosse season starts up in March. Shippensburg was 8-8 last season. The football team may be on the road this weekend, but there is a lot to check out this Saturday in Shippensburg sports. The women's soccer team will take on Edinboro at 1 at David C. Field. The women's volleyball team will host East Stroudsburg at 1 and Chowan at 4 inside Higas Fieldhouse. Later in the afternoon, the men's soccer team will face Wheeling Jesuit at 5 p.m. So as the fall sports season continues, many of our teams are making a push for the postseason. For SUTV Sports, I'm Sean Gallagher. Kyle?
Thank you, Sean. Puppies for some people can be more than just 4-legged friends. Dr. Andrea Malmont raises puppies and hopes they go on to be guide dogs. Barbara Shindo has the story.
Sully is 9 weeks old. He is a golden retriever. He's not supposed to bark.
Trying to teach a young puppy not to bark is certainly a challenge. There is a reason that Dr. Malmont wants Sully to keep quiet.
Making a difference for me, I thought the best match was really just doing something with a seeing eye.
The Seeing Eye Puppy Raising Program puts puppies in the care of volunteers who raise them to become guide dogs. This isn't Dr. Malmont's first walk in the dog park.
He will be my fourth seeing eye puppy. So my first one was a black lab, and she's now guiding in Massachusetts.
Not every puppy who goes through the Seeing Eye program goes on to become a guide. There's about a 57% success rate right now, and they're working hard to increase that.
Her second and third puppies didn't complete the program. Last semester, Dr. Malmont raised a German Shepherd named Bama.
He was actually he didn't make it all the way through because he was having some issues with just the way he was walking, and so they took him back early. So he didn't even make it through the whole puppy raising program.
Though Bama and her other Seeing Eye puppy, Mavis, didn't find work as guide dogs, they still managed to find jobs.
I have 2 shepherds at home that have a second career.
Second career as her family's pets. Though it's sad they weren't able to complete the program, the silver lining is Dr. Malmont doesn't have to go through the hardest part of raising seeing eye puppies.
When that collar gets put on your desk or on your kitchen table, it's the heart, kind of pulling at you, and then they get, put in the crate in the van, and off they go.
For SUTV News, I'm Barbara Shindo.
And if a dog doesn't complete the program, the family who raised it gets the first chance to adopt. Now, if they don't adopt, many puppies will become therapy dogs. And we hope that doesn't happen with Dr. Andrea Malmont, who joins us today with Sully. Hey, Sully. He is so tired from all the limelight he's had. He came in here, was so excited, ran up to me, and now he's tired. Thanks.
You've worn him out.
I did. I have that effect. Anyway, well, you are part of the Seeing Eye group in Chambersburg. Tell me a little bit more about why you got involved with the Seeing Eye organization.
My first love is with the dogs, but I used to foster for a rescue, and it just became too chaotic, and I really wanted to make a difference. And so, being a special ed background, I started looking into the Seeing Eye, and before I knew it, I was completely convinced that this was my calling as a volunteer, and it's definitely rewarding.
Okay, as many of our avid SUTV News viewers remember, Sully is not your first Seeing Eye puppy. You've had Mavis in the beginning?
I had Abby first.
Abby, okay.
Yes, Abby was a black lab, and she's now working in Massachusetts with a 62-year-old lady who's a massage therapist. Okay. My second was Mavis, my third was Bama, and now we have Sully.
Very good.
Now, how long does it take you to train a seeing eye dog? Is it a long process, or?
Yeah, as you can tell, Sully's pretty young. He came to me at 7 weeks old. He's 12 weeks old now. I will keep him till he's about 16 to 18 months old. And at that point, he goes back to the Seeing Eye, where they will decide if he is going to be used for breeding or not. And if not, then he will be spayed or neutered. Then they will start training him. They'll give him a month to kind of get used to the kennel life. But in about 4 months, then he would actually be guiding. In the last month, he's actually matched up with a blind person. They work together, and then they move to wherever they need to go.
Okay.
And that's got to be so hard, though, to give them away, because you have to grow an emotional attachment to it.
Without a doubt, it pulls on the heartstrings, because you do get a real bond with these dogs, but you absolutely know that they're doing the right thing for someone to have independence. And the nice thing is they invite you back to see them do what they call a town walk, which is we keep our distance. We can't touch our sweet little puppies, but we get to watch them guide with their trainer. And then when they finally do get to meet or be matched up with their blind person, they'll give us a letter and a photo of the dog, but that's it.
Yeah. All right, just real quick, though, how can students at Shippensburg get involved with the Seeing Eye program or help you? What can we do?
There's a couple things. If they're interested in raising a Seeing Eye puppy themselves, to actually look at the seeingeye.org or to contact the Franklin County 4-H organization. They could give them more information. But even having a dog on campus is very valuable, because he needs to learn to socialize, behave properly, not bark, not cry, which it sounds like he's starting to do now.
You're on TV, buddy. Perk up.
Perk up. You are a star right now. So the things that we would want from a pet, we don't want from a guide dog. So he shouldn't pull on his leash. He shouldn't bark at people. So all the exposure, petting him, opening up an umbrella in front of him, stomping their feet, screaming, hooting, hollering, it's good stuff for him to not react to.
Very good. Well, hey, Dr. Andrea Malmont, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Glad to have Sully here. Now someone gets more attention than Emily O'Shea does.
Oh, I know, that's for sure.
All right, well, thank you for watching SUTV News. I'm Kyle Rogers. Don't forget to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SUTV News.
And I'm Emily O'Shea. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.
The Just Have Fun show is next. Good night.